But I didn't put my lipstick on.
You're good.
You still look beautiful.
You're fine.
Okay.
Why do I feel like somebody always is
So
lifting my
that's
chair
a
up?
chair.
I don't like to sit that damn high.
That
Oh,
wasn't
wait,
me.
that's your chair. No, the only
No,
one that
I
messes
moved-
with is you.
I know, but I don't pick up.
I put mine on the ground all the way.
Hi guys, we're here.
We are here and we're talking about messed up chairs. No, I'm just
Yes.
kidding.
Welcome to the witching hour, where we talk about all things crazy. So this is going to be our last part to shadow work. This is just basically bringing darkness to light, okay? And so what we're going to do is tell you a little bit about acceptance,
Grace.
transmutation of energy. So we're going to teach you a little bit of alchemy here, and also what dark deities you can embrace in order to embrace your dark side. Okay, because some of these dark things in us we don't have to change. You know what I mean? It is part of who we are. It's part of what we are. And if we're working with a deity in order to get through this, it helps you do it in a healthier way.
Mm-hmm.
You find other ways to use it. So that is kind of a form of alchemy too. But Miranda has some cool little cards over here.
Yeah, so I figured since this is the last part and we're talking about healing, we're going deep into our shadow work. I have what you would call the healing spirit cards. I've done a couple of reads online with these. You can go ahead and check them out. We do sell them here in the shop. If we are out, just ask Cece and she can order some in.
Yep,
All right.
yep, yep.
So
Yay, what do we got here?
we're going to do A, B, and C.
Okay.
So you guys that are watching, pick A, B, or C.
Oh, you should turn on your phone in case we get comments.
Oh yeah, that would be a good idea. See guys, we're slacking today.
It's okay. We are tired from the friggin' Witch Fest. It was amazing, by the way.
We had tons of people. It was pretty steady throughout the
It was
entire
steady.
day.
It was fun. It was full. Everybody had positive responses. All the vendors did awesome. So yeah, it was a pretty good turnout.
Well, yeah, people had positive responses. Some of y'all needed to have cleanses and you didn't come and get a cleanse. So
Yeah.
we are doing a special on our cleanses as well. Just because with the veil, look, those fell out. Ooh, let's do it.
Yeah.
A, B,
Yep.
or C, y'all.
Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna finish with the veil thinning. Lots of stuff is getting released, especially in the state of our earth right now with all the planetary shifts, the year of 9, I guess, or the month of 9,
Just kidding,
9
sorry.
termination, terminating, ending things, the end of things. So lots of triggers are coming up, and you are very vulnerable, especially emotionally, to attachments right now. You don't even know how many cleansings we've had to do, and we're gonna have to continue to do them. So we decided to do a special on cleansing. So what we're gonna do is, you come in, you get to bring your friend for half off. So you guys work that out amongst y'all, but it's gonna be like buy one, get one half off. And that's how we're gonna do our healings for this whole month. Or how long are we doing that for?
I don't know. You want to do it until October?
Yep, we'll do it till October.
Yeah.
Till Samhain, I guess.
Do you want to do it till Samhain?
Yep.
Yeah, let's do it until Samhain.
Yeah, we'll do it till Samhain, which is gonna be what, the 27th? Cece?
26.
The 26th of October. We will have our Samhain celebration here. If you don't know what that is, it is a group of your fellow spiritual people getting together, and we will clear space. We will make a circle. We will call the corners. We will bring in ancestors, show them gratitude. We will let go of old shit, bring in new shit, and you get a message from your ancestor. Plus, we have a great potluck afterwards.
Yes.
If you don't bring a dish, you pay $10. So
I mean, it's worth it. And honestly, witches can cook, y'all. Just
Yeah.
saying.
yeah, they really can.
We're good
So
in
it's
the
a really
kitchen.
good celebration. And anybody is welcome to join. It is a community thing. So yeah, if you're interested, come check it out.
So, Al Rodriguez says hello.
Hello. Hello.
All right, so we're gonna go into these little cards. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to pull the first one, or you want me to do it?
No, go ahead. Yeah, I'll let you do the cards.
Sounds great.
Yay.
It says life lessons again. So for A, life lessons again. What this is talking about, some of us have a problem with letting go. I know that I talked about in our last life, you know, sometimes it hurts us more to hold on than it is to just release.
Yeah, but we don't realize that.
Yeah,
we don't realize it.
We don't realize it until afterwards.
Uh-huh.
But this is talking about life lessons. And with us talking about shadow work and repeating things, a lot of times we will repeat the same life lessons
Until we get it.
Until we get it. So if you guys don't like it, let's change it up.
Yeah.
B, it is time to move forward. These are rough, huh?
Mhm.
Okay, so with B, it's talking about moving forward, you guys. I don't know if you can see that. Again, with that, what it signifies is it's time for us to let go and be willing to take that first step. You ever heard that first step feels like glass? There's a reason for it.
Yeah.
But I know you can do it. I have faith in you. I've done that. You've done that. Let's just move forward. Let's cut these ties. Let's do our shadow work, and
Right.
let's move forward in life to embrace our healing.
Exactly.
All right. Last but not least, number C. Some of y'all need to go within. Okay. Now this is talking about getting deep into that shadow work. Many of us that have had inner child past traumas, whether it's sexual, mental, physical, those type of abuses, neglect, things like that. Yeah, definitely. It's time to go within. Go
Yeah.
ahead and go within yourself. I had an awakening a few days ago. We were talking about it. She was like, what the crap? And she's like, I had an awakening. So we're all going through our
Yeah.
own.
And this is crazy because it's been while we've been doing these episodes. Like, you would think that we've done our work and we're done with it, or, you know, but hell no. I had to really go within from our last episode, you know, just with the way I've dealt with my breakup, and everybody saw how the cord was not cutting correctly. You know, it was fucked up. You know, so while we were learning, while we're trying to teach y'all, you know what, I'm trying to let y'all know, but this one I feel like there's a lot of people in denial.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
definitely.
people in denial. Like, you think, oh yeah, I'm over that. No, you're probably not. You just pushed it under the rug. That doesn't mean it's gone. It's still a little pile under there. Somebody's still gonna step and trip on it. So,
Or you touch the surface and now you're in a really good relationship. Yeah, no.
exactly.
No. Go
So-
deep. Go within. Yes, it's painful, but I promise when you reemerge, you're going to be a butterfly.
Yeah. So whichever one you chose, A, B, or C, just know that's probably what you got to work on, and that's the card that calls for you. So yeah.
All right, you know, get into it.
All right. So we're gonna start with like our inner child work, and people don't really know how to do this. How do you connect with your child? So I do a meditation with people where I will have you sit and close your eyes, and you see yourself at that age that you know there's trauma. Okay, you see that child sitting across from you or in another area that you can't touch them, and you want to sit there and evaluate them. Look at them, examine them. How do they feel? What are they feeling? What emotions are coming through? What's tugging at your heart? You know, and this is the hard part. Working with inner child, you want to see what is going on with them. And then when you are ready, and it might not even be this time around, when you are ready, you're going to go in and you're going to start to repair that. You want to come in as the adult because that's who you are. You're going to come in as you are, and you're going to have to reparent yourself, because obviously most of us parents didn't do the best job that we needed, you know, or whoever raised us didn't do the best job. So you do reparent yourself. Don't mind if you guys see this moving back here. Okay.
Yeah, I've got a headache and a pain in my neck already, so.
All right. I'm cool. We're friends. We're friends. Anyways, but she ain't coming home with me. Anyways, so you're gonna have to reparent yourself, and by doing this, you're gonna validate this child. You're gonna validate this child. I will not allow nobody to hurt you. I will not allow nobody to abuse you. You are important to me. You are beautiful. You are worthy. These are the things you want to tell your child, what you needed to hear as a child.
Yes, be who you needed
At that
at
time.
that time.
At that
Yes.
time. You might have to do this for every fucking age that you were. You know what I mean? And that's okay. That's why this is so important. And there are certain things at certain ages that sometimes we don't even know consciously. But when you get into those emotions and see how that child is really truly feeling at that age, it is going to be okay. Hold on. Will you come spray her?
Yeah, will you please come spray me? Sorry, guys. We've got something sitting on the side here, and it's for our next episode. We think you guys are going to be great, but I'm not. I'll explain the incidences I've had, and this. Here you
Okay.
go.
I'm trying to get emotional here, girl.
I'm
No,
sorry.
it's okay. It's okay.
You know what? This caused an emotional trauma to me. Okay.
Okay, so when you validate that child, then you want to see, okay, does this child feel safe enough to come back to me? Because every trauma we have,
That's better.
our soul has skipped out and come back in, and we leave a piece of that in that cycle, in that moment, and it revolves and revolves. That's called a soul piece, okay? You reattach to that soul piece, and you bring it back within you, and so that you don't have that emptiness inside of you anymore. Okay, this is a major thing working with your inner child. It's not something to be taken lightly, you know, and I'm giving you the lowdown on what the fuck to do. Okay, so this is what I do. This is what I charge clients to do for them, and I help them get through this. All right, and I'm just putting it all out there because I just feel like it's super important. We all need this, and yes.
Connie says hi. Hope you're doing great. I can't read it after that for the live. Okay.
Okay. Hi, Connie.
Hi,
Thank
Connie.
you. We're doing fabulous.
We are doing well.
Yeah. Okay, so after that, you're going to bring that inner child back into your core. Okay? You want to bring them into your core visually. Feel it, see it, do it. Okay? And once that is closed off, that space that they are in, you're going to destroy it, eliminate it, close it off, whatever it is, so that they don't go back there. All right? And this is all visual. This is a way that you can do it on a spiritual level and an emotional level. It's going to stay with you. And what I say is, like, make a promise, make a vow to that child. I promise to always nurture you until the day my body expires, you know, and
Or let them know that it's safe for them to be here now.
yeah,
That you're not going to abuse them the way they were before. That you didn't have the protector, but you are the protector now.
yes. And they can let go.
Mm-hmm.
They can let go. They also need to know that they're not to blame. Okay?
Absolutely.
They're not to blame. So, in doing so, you're going to carry this child with you, all right, throughout your days. And when you start seeing these cycles of your adult reactions to these childhood traumas, you're going to lightly touch your core and just retell them everything that you had to. Retell them. If you have to hug them and just push all that love into them that they needed, do that as well. You know, and this is deep visualization, deep meditation. It's deep all the way around, and this is the way you're going to get there. I tell you what, you're going to save you some therapy if you can do this. If you can do this, you'll save you some therapy sessions. All right? Okay.
And it's okay if you can't do it and you have to go to therapy. It's
Yeah.
just, it's best to get it out there. It's best to get things done. And sometimes it's easier for us to have somebody explain these things because, again, none of us were taught this. Most of the traumas and things we are carrying from our own parents, our own siblings. We're carrying those. They're generational. So if you need a little extra help, that's fine.
Yeah, it is fine. It is fine. I like to get right to the point. Okay, and then also the part that comes with that, like the pain, you know, learn how to transmute that pain into wisdom with affirmations. You know, it's a simple, I changed my pain into a lesson of wisdom. Now I carry wisdom and not pain. You know, and this is transmutating that pain into wisdom, or your fear into courage, your shame into compassion. self-compassion. Okay, nobody should walk around with shame, and fear is a huge one for a lot of people. There's a lot of people with PTSD that have
Yeah, and we're talking CTTSD. Yeah, childhood. You know, and then you have soldiers. I've seen firsthand soldiers with PTSD. It's scary and it's rough, and it's not the same for everybody. It's PTSD is something that is derived to the person.
right.
So their traumas, their triggers, things can be very different.
Yeah, and you know, so yeah, don't hang on to these things and think that there's something wrong because you still are carrying them. You're gonna carry them, okay? That's just a fact. And it's how you transmute them. A lot of people use, like I said, affirmations. A lot of people can use visualization, seeing it. You know, seeing that pain as a dark matter, bring it into your heart, and when you exhale, you're letting out light. You're transmuting that pain into light, okay? So there's so many different ways that you can transmute these energies so that you're not staying with them and you don't feel bad for having them.
And it's not your responsibility to carry them. I want to put that out there. It is nobody's responsibility to have to carry that. As well as recognize your triggers. You guys recognize why you're feeling this way, especially if you are in relationships. I've recognized it within myself. Why do I feel this way, or why do I want to do this? And once I've started to recognize that, that's when that pattern has shifted and it's changed.
Yes. Recognition is a big turnaround.
It is.
Turnaround.
It is, and it's rough. So again, make sure you guys have a safety net. Make sure you have, you know, something to help ground you, help bring you back into your center.
Yes.
Know that there's a safe place, or you have somebody to call.
And this is recognition without guilt, okay? Without shaming yourself because you're recognizing what you've done wrong or what you're doing as a pattern or a trigger or whatever. Okay. So we're gonna go into another way to transmute is by tapping.
All right. So tapping works great. You guys, I've done it with myself. You've probably seen a couple of my skits where I'm doing it and I'm making fun of it, but I promise it actually works.
Yeah, she would make fun of it.
I would make fun of it, but honestly it works. So what you're gonna do, and I'm probably gonna screw this up, and Miss Lori's probably gonna yell at me later, which is fine, but to each their own. You're gonna start at the top, okay? And what you're gonna do with your mind is you're gonna think, I know my little bump it here, I'm all jacking it up. Don't go there, Miranda. Anyways, so what this is gonna be your mindset. What is the trauma that you're having? So, for instance, the wonderful thing in the corner. All right, this thing in the corner is bothering me. Why am I having problems with this thing in the corner? Then we're gonna go here, well, because you see it and it brings up other things and it doesn't really like you, but that's fine. Then you're gonna move down to here, and this is gonna be with your voice, right? Well, I'm voicing my dislike of it. I voiced my dislike of it, and now we're going through it. Collarbones. Collarbones is gonna help push out. So you're gonna think, okay, what don't you like about this? Okay, well, it was given to you as a child, but you're in a safe place now. Okay, so then you're gonna move down from there. It's gonna go into your hands. A lot of people automatically start tapping when they have anxiety and they don't even realize. I do it too. When it gets really bad, I start to shake. But I will tell you, so what it does is it helps train you to figure out what these problems are and why they're bothering you. And then that's helping you learn to release it. It's helping to calm your mind and train you into this thought pattern. Another thing that I was taught was butterfly hugs. Okay, so you're having the thought and you're hugging yourself. You're thinking about it. And these are, you're supposed to look like a butterfly. I think I look like an idiot. I did this in the middle of Walmart while I was bawling my eyes out, but I promise it worked. So there's different techniques.
I was taught to smoke a bowl, inhale, exhale, pass the touch to the left hand side.
You know what? After this last breakup, I was a hot mess, and you know that. So we're not even gonna talk about that. I was like,
oh my gosh.
I was smoking, I was drinking, and I was running wild. So I get it. Other things, your stance. A lot of times what we don't realize is we tend to cripple into ourselves, and this is our way of trying to feel safe and secure.
The fetal position.
Yes, and I do that a lot. So when you see me laying funny on the ground, it's because I'm trying to open up that space, so I don't do that.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna show you on here. Nobody wants to see my big old ass in here. So, but you can.
Are you sure about that?
I'll show it to you later, girl. No, just kidding. You're like, stop it. Oh my goodness, we are not well behaved, guys. Anyways, you want to open up your chest space, okay? Now that can be, your Superman. They call this Superman. It's not the same as the Superman in the club where you're dancing. Okay?
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, it's sad that we know that, guys. So you're gonna want to put your hands on your hips and you're opening up your chest. Another one that we do is the cobra or salutations to the sun, and it's just looking up and it's opening your chest space. Now what this is doing is it's causing and creating an opening and space. So your lungs are engaged, your core is engaged, and it's letting you know that you're open and you're still in control.
Sweet. Okay.
So,
all right.
Yoga, y'all.
Yeah. So also there's something called shaking, okay? Shaking, where you just shake your whole body out.
Mm-hmm.
Shake your whole body out, and what it does is it starts movement within your body, so things don't get stuck. It loosens everything up, because believe it or not, y'all, these traumas stay stuck in your
body,
joints, in your muscles, in your DNA. Like, they are stuck and they need to get released. You know what I mean?
That's where you get a lot of times with women. A lot of times our traumas are stuck within our hips. So a lot of times when we did specific hip workout in yoga, women would just bawl. They would start crying and they'd be like, I don't know why. And we're like, well, it's because of trauma. You're releasing that trauma. So sensual movements, with
sensual movements.
Yeah.
Squats, girl. Squats hurt me.
No, you're just gonna get your, oh lordy.
Oh,
there is a sumo squat that works really, really well for that, and it's good for other areas, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, for tightening.
Yeah, for other.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So,
endurance. Anyways.
So with that movement, it is called somatic movement, where you are moving your hips in a rotation.
Yeah.
You're being sexy. You're working them hips. You're rolling it.
Yeah.
My
husband used to love it.
All that stuff. This, whether you feel like you can do it or not, you don't have to dance to this, okay? You don't have to be a dancer. It's just getting those movements in to help release this icky from you, okay? And also, what it helps you do is reclaim your pleasure, especially if you've had sexual abuse.
Definitely.
It helps you reclaim the pleasure that you deserve to have, the confidence that you deserve to have. And, you just call back your body's worth. Yep. And so that's more like sexual releasing. If you've had sexual trauma, and this is rape victims, even people that have been
just put in a scary situation.
Taunted, or
catcalling. Catcalling is a very big thing.
It makes you feel this little.
It does, and some men, they like to think that it empowers you. It really doesn't. I used to hate that when I would go into the grocery store with my kids, and they would do that. One time I freaked out on a guy, okay, and my kids were really little. And my son, if any of you guys know my son, Chunk, he's very protect his mama, okay. Like him and his brother went toe to toe in the back seat for some weird ass comment, but that was his thing, and he was just little, and he was in the little shopping cart, them cute little shopping carts.
Yeah.
And this guy was like looking at me and checking me out, and then we walked past him, and he kind of did the double take on my, and he was like, Mom, and I was like, I know, and he like got out of the thing, and he pulled on that guy's pant leg because he's still little, and he goes, that's my mom. She doesn't like you looking at her, and she's married.
Oh shit.
And then he went and got back in the shopping cart.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, he's my little man.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fun.
that's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And he's done that even as an adult. So
Mhm.
yeah, there was that
That's
one
sweet.
time in Maverick where I bent over to get fucking. You guys, if you haven't tried Maverick cinnamon rolls, they're pretty good. I like the minis. Okay, I love the minis, and I bent over to get the minis, and this guy looked at me and he was like, "Excuse me."
Mhm.
And he went and stood in front of me because that's what my husband would have done.
Yeah.
He went and stood in front of me, and he was like, "Yeah."
See, and I think my issue is that I don't even pay attention. Like, if they're looking at me or not, I don't pay attention. So I'm really oblivious to
Well, normally I'm oblivious, but if I have them with
To
me, they pay attention.
anybody. Yeah.
The boys pay attention. That was
I bet
something.
they do. I bet they do.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
something my husband taught him. He was like, you always got to make sure. And growing up, my dad was a boxer, and he was a little hoodlum.
Yeah.
And that was something he always taught me. He was always like, you need to know your surroundings. Eminem, don't think just because they're a man they won't hit you. You know what I mean? He was know your surroundings, know your targets, like
Right.
know what can happen. Like that was my dad probably put trauma in me that way, but
Okay, now we're going to some releases mentally for mental trauma. You're gonna have a little bit of everything with this. So make sure you journal. You journal
Journaling's
your
big,
thoughts.
guys.
Journaling just helps you gather the information, and then when you go back and read it, it's like, okay, I'm understanding now. So make sure you journal, and then you also want to ask yourself mentally if, okay, I'm feeling overwhelmed, I'm feeling chaos, I'm feeling anxiety. What else could this be? What else could this be besides just what I'm feeling from my mental health, my mental instability, whatever it is, debilitation? What else could it be? What other things are coming to play, that are surfacing? What else am I feeling? What is below the level? You need to find out what is triggering these mental things so that you can release them. And then, of course, guided meditations are always good for you. Okay.
I will say, with this day and age, if you find that you can't journal, it's okay to do a video blog. I've done a few of those, and it's very helpful. It's a little bit traumatic too to watch because you'll go back and you'll see how broken you are in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
But you start to realize, you know what, I'm not there anymore, and this is where I'm at. I'm coming forward. I'm moving forward. Video blogging is big, or talk to text. A lot of times it screws stuff up, but if you can do it, I say do it. It's about getting it out there. It's about releasing this poison, this sickness, this bad medicine that's within your body, and just getting it out.
And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and throw in abandonment, rejection, and worthlessness. Okay, working with these rejection, you just need to go back to your inner child when you're speaking to her and speaking to your inner child and making sure that they know that they're going to be okay. Let them know they're never alone. Let them know they aren't rejected. Let them know that they are worthy. And in that too, if you carry abandonment, within yourself, or you're afraid to let go of people, you hang on to people too long,
or you sit there and you be quiet when they're talking, and that
walking
has
on
to
eggshells.
Yeah.
Okay, make sure within yourself, do breath work. And why are you allowing yourself to feel this way? Why are you allowing yourself to feel like your voice doesn't matter? Where does this come from? It's going to the root cause of that. Okay, and that is more likely with the inner child. Also, you want to make sure that you're you're always validating yourself when you're trying to heal from these things. Validating yourself, letting you know, I am not abandoned. I'm always with myself. I have me, and that's more than enough. You don't have to worry about, I had somebody come in today, I have a fear of being lonely for the rest of my life. Bro, you're 35, you have a long life ahead of you. You know what I mean? And yeah, she could pass tomorrow, but more likely she's not going to. But that is a ridiculous mindset that, like,
I feel
social,
like, yeah, and
the social
Hispanic
life has
families,
put in your head.
Hispanic families, they do that to you hardcore.
Yeah, you're only worthy if you're married.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Enjoy your company. With that,
Mhm.
enjoy your alone time. You get to know yourself so well in that alone time that if anybody tries to stunt who you are or anything like that, you're gonna call them out on it and be like, hey, wait a minute.
Right. So another thing you want to do in a positive aspect is show gratitude to yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Show gratitude to yourself as far as what your worth is. You know who you are. You don't have to prove your shit to nobody. Also do crown chakra work. Crown chakra. This is our crown, ladies and gentlemen. This is our worth. You know, this is what we embody, our connection to spirit. Um, our mind. Our mind fucks with us, you know what I mean? And that's why I say a lot of the mental trauma
Definitely.
is going to come with any aspect of any other trauma because we've been trained to cope and deal with certain things. So make sure that you focus on your crown chakra healing, okay? Also, another thing, embodiment of colors that make you feel good.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
You know? Do rituals and glamour.
I feel like with color works, a lot of times it works with people that have a hard time meditating. So if you do have a hard time meditating and you already know that, try to do some like water meditation or try to do color meditation.
Mm-hmm.
And what that is basically what Nina just said, the colors that make you feel comfortable, the colors that make you feel safe.
Yeah, you want to surround yourself in that and just know that it is doing exactly what you need it to. And that's making you feel safe, making you feel vibrant, making you feel happy, powerful, and anything else.
Grace, you guys. I always say grace, and I know grace is often associated with the church stuff, but grace is so much more than that. I think giving yourself the grace and the peace, you know, you're allowing yourself to have peace. You're forgiving yourself for what you've done in your past. You're forgiving yourself for the fact that you weren't enough to stop whatever happened. You know, it wasn't your responsibility.
Right.
You're opening up that space and you're filling it with something else.
Yeah,
Acceptance.
exactly. That is the acceptance, you know.
And you don't even have to accept it. You just need to let it go. You know.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's hard. We shouldn't have to accept some things. All right, don't accept it, but you know what? Give yourself that grace.
Yeah.
Give yourself that peace because you're deserving of it.
Okay, and now the next one is physical trauma, any type of abuse, anything that affects you physically also, you know what I mean, that causes you to have major headaches or causes you to have anxiety or backaches or hip aches or anything like that, you know, just issues. It can be from trauma. You got to release that shit. So again, we're going to repeat some stuff: shaking, stretching, yoga, breath work. You know, breath work is
like tantra. Yeah, like tantra.
So you're you go Google it. I mean, because I ain't gonna sit here and do no breath work. But
I was like, do you want to try it? No, I'm just kidding.
Miranda can show you. I'll let her.
I am not gonna show you. Okay. So I had an ex, and that was his whole thing. Whenever we had arguments, it was like, okay, we're gonna do tantra, and I loved it. Okay, but then it got annoying, and I was like, I'm not gonna do it. So it worked every time we did do it, but then I was, I'm a Virgo. You're not gonna tell me what to do type of person. So deep breath work. So just you can do Lamaze breathing. You can do box breathing. So you're gonna picture a box and you're gonna breathe with it. That type of thing. With yoga, we're always taught to do deep breathing. You want your inhales to be shorter than your exhales.
The exhale is where it's at, though. That's where it's at.
Okay. So that works. And then tantra, if you guys have a spouse, go do that.
Okay. Tantra work is done with somebody else, just so you know. Yeah. Where you're breathing at the same consistency, and it basically helps you balance and take in each other's energy. So, yay. For all of these healing, carry black tourmaline with you, okay? Black tourmaline is going to be definitely something that helps you to release energies, but also black tourmaline helps you set boundaries for yourself. And you're gonna have to set new boundaries when it comes to your healing. There's certain things you're not gonna be able to accept anymore from your loved ones or other people, and you might find yourself cutting some people off, and that's okay.
That is definitely okay. And some of you may have an easier time with this. Don't think that there's anything wrong with you. That just meant that you're completely ready for that.
Right.
Some of you may have a harder time, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely okay. Yeah, so that's like the whole inner child stuff, the steps, whatever comes with that. If you guys have any questions, hit us up on our website,
Yes.
thewitchingourasp@gmail.com. So we're gonna go into embracing our dark side. Okay.
Now that doesn't mean y'all go get a bottle and crawl in a hole. Okay.
No,
for like a
that
week.
doesn't mean to
That's-
go smoke meth. Okay. Okay.
I love that you said that.
Okay.
I
'Cause-
made that joke yesterday.
Yes.
Oh.
I had to make sure I said that because it's the truth. You cannot rely on chemicals to get you out of shit. All right. It is not gonna work. It doesn't hide it. It numbs it. Yeah, for a minute. Then you get reliant on it, and it causes more issues than what you even started
And then
with.
you end up with attachments or demons. And then either way, you
Yes.
have to come back here.
Yeah, those demons will attach real fucking fast.
They will, because they know that you're lost.
And then we got to do exorcisms, and it's just a whole bunch of bullshit. Okay, you're basically accepting this shit in when you're going that route. All right, so I've brought up a whole bunch of different dark deities that I had to write down because there's a lot of them.
and it's
But
okay.
these are some to embrace. Like, if you need their empowerment, use them, call them in, bring them in, use them in your practices, but also don't forget to honor them.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes. And some of them, do your homework, you guys. Please do your homework, because you do not want to conjure up something that your ass can't put back down.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. And I have a little bit of everything that I could think of as far as deities go. So of course we're gonna have Lilith. She will help you reclaim your sexuality and your independence. Like, she is a bad bitch. You know what I mean? And she is the first female that was on this earth, apparently, according to the Bible. That is not in the Bible. So Lilith, pull her in to reclaim your sexuality. And when I say reclaim your sexuality, I don't mean to go be a hoe. That has nothing to do with sexuality. Has nothing to do with sex. It is who you are, your inner being, your divine self. Also, the famous Hecate.
Yes.
She'll guide you through trials,
Better read up on them too.
through crossroads. Yes, read up on them too. Make sure that they're the ones for you.
Yes, and don't forget to leave offerings. Definitely do not forget to leave offerings. Keys, I always tell people to take eggs to the crossroad. You can celebrate them on their days, that type of thing. I will tell you, I work with Hecate as well, and she chose me. You guys, she is definitely one of those that will choose you. So with that being said, yeah, she's definitely guided me through some really dark, scary shit. She came to me, I've talked about it in one of our previous episodes, but she came to me in a really serious time, and she came to me with the torches. She came to me with the torches, and she pulled me out of that dark area, and I'm grateful to her.
Yeah, I remember that shit made me cry.
And I'm trying not to cry.
Yeah, let's not.
But
I don't wanna cry.
but no, she did. She came to me in the torches, and it's funny because I was pretty much gone, and she came to me clear as day.
Yeah.
So yes, some of them do pick you. But make sure you read up on it and don't jack stuff up.
Yeah. So this next one I think is probably somebody that would be really good to embrace if you don't remember any of your childhood. Okay, and this is Kali, the destroyer of illusion. So
I want to throw something out there with her. I know with women that have a tendency to pick very bad relationships, whether it's abusive, mentally, physically, or psychologically, psychologically and mentally is kind of the same thing. But she is a force to be reckoned with. I gave her to a client. I told a client of mine who had a very bad habit of picking the same things with men. We have not seen her since then. I've run into her a few times out in the world, and she is doing wonderfully.
Nice.
So, definitely someone to work with, especially if you are one of those females that tend to gravitate towards not such great males.
Right. And she will give you liberation through fierce transmutation, like fast and fierce. And it's going to be hard, but if you're ready for it and you're done, call her in. Kali is awesome for that. Okay. And then the Santa Muerte. And I'll let Miranda talk to you about that.
Okay. So, on here, she's got comfort with death, rebirth, and taboo healing. I love that. I love that. Good job, Nina.
Thank you. My notes are awesome.
Her writing
I
is
love
awesome
that you
too.
did that. I had to bring that up. She always tells me that. I love that you said that.
It's the mom in me. Like,
It
my
is.
kids are like, she's doing the mom thing again.
Yeah.
Because they'll be telling me some crazy stuff, and I'll be like, well, okay. But no, it's the mom in me, and I think a lot of that actually comes from me working on my inner child and feeling like I need to validate people because I was not validated.
Right.
So, I will tell you with the Santa Muerte, a lot of people, she does have multiple names, and it depends on what colors you're working with, things like that. She does. She is the epitome of death. She is, for those of us that fear death, she is definitely one that you can work with because she lets you know that when it's your time, you're going in peace, and she's coming to collect you. And I don't say that in a scary, mean way. There's complete comfort in that. And what a lot of people don't know is the Santa Muerte was real. She was a real person, and she's been practiced and worshipped for years, generations even. And she was like many of, I would even say, like many of us that went into hiding to hide our spirituality. She was taken away from people, and she was able to be brought back up. So there's so much strength in her story, period. This is a woman who suffered greatly in life, but she now takes on those pains for her people.
Yeah.
And you need to know that if you are a devotee of hers, she has you 110%. There's this last couple of weeks alone, I've just told you about the things that have manifested or happened, and I'm just like, thank you. She is one of those that you cannot ignore, you guys. So don't take up the Santa Muerte because it's very popular right now and you want to do it. No, this is something that you will continue to have to do because she is also one of those that will flip. And I don't say that with mean intention. You called her into your life to protect you and to put you on your right path. She's going to damn sure make sure you are on your right path.
Right.
And that includes honoring her and keeping her well fed.
Yes. Okay. And the next one I have is Pan or Dionysus. So this is one that you want to release repression. Like if you just feel like you've been stuck, down, depressed for your entire life, and will help you to embrace your wild person, your wild side. And that doesn't mean wild like ignorant wild, okay? This is your freedom, your free spirit, your wild child, so to say. So that's definitely, a lot of people need that, especially if your youth was taken from you very young.
Yes.
You need to have that.
Or you've been in a really traumatic relationship where you've been forced down, you've been pushed down, you're not allowed to be yourself. You need to embrace
minorities
the wild.
carry minorities carry this in their bloodline. So if they haven't been healed from that, from slavery, from oppression, they still carry it in their bloodline. Okay, so yeah, definitely a great deity to go to with the repression part, to release that from you. So all right, and then I'm going to go into like some of the Greek and Roman goddess. I'm just going to name it off really fast. Hades is the ruler of the underworld, but he's the teacher of boundaries. Yes, I said Hades, okay? Persephone. Um, she will help you go into the shadow. If you're trying to stay in the shadow and be in the shadow, um, in order to go in and find who you are, find you're not scared. Okay, this is for people that are not scared. Go in and find your innocence where it was lost and bring it back. She helps you bring back the innocence of people, the innocence of power, the innocence of children. So Persephone is very good for that. Nyx, the goddess of night, and this is one that you want to work with if you have a lot of fear of the unknown, fear of your future, fear of just not having security in what your future is. You might want to bring her in there. And then
Right, she is also someone I recommend you not play with unless you're completely sure.
all of these are like, don't
Don't take them lightly, you guys.
So Aries, she's the goddess of strife, confronts chaos and shadowy conflict. So this could be inter-family conflict. You know what I mean? That you need help with bringing her in for. Okay, so then we got Egyptian deities, Anubis.
Anubis. Mm-hmm.
Hey,
It's
Anubis. See, she knows. I don't know this shit. Okay, that's why I have to write it down. So this is somebody that is a soul protector, and they give you transition within your inner journey. So Anubis helps with that.
Mm-hmm.
Sekhmet, the fiery lioness. This is rage through healing. Okay, so
Some of y'all are angry, and that's okay.
yeah,
Oops.
it's okay to be angry. Like, I feel that's for more Leos, because I felt that in my soul. You get rage, but that's what's gonna heal you, because it's time to step up and stick up for yourself.
Or you people that are Aries.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah.
Y'all are angry all the time.
Okay. Nephthys, the goddess of mourning and hidden magic. Okay. When I say mourning, this could be from deaths, or from people leaving your life, or from betrayal.
Yes.
Mourning
yes,
for
because
betrayal.
We mourn in more than one way. So yeah, I agree with that completely. I love
Okay.
that. I love
And then
that.
Set is the one that will face your wild destructive parts. If you know you have destructive habits, destructive things, especially if you're carrying these demons with your attachments with you, call in Set, and that is an Egyptian god. Okay, do you want to do the next one?
The Norse. Here we go. I'll probably jack these all up, y'all.
Hey, it's okay. A lot of this is stuff we don't even know, so we're learning ourselves. But we made sure to look it up to give everybody a bigger ground to work with. Can't read my reading?
No, you're good. Okay, Hell, Queen of the Underworld, Hidden Truths, Earthly Embrace,
Earth duality.
Earth Duality. Oh, I could definitely see like Earth signs doing this. Yeah. So, Hidden Truths, you guys. Sometimes during trauma, we forget what actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say that if you wanted to pull this out, you're more than welcome to. I have worked with a few of the Norse gods. Next one is Loki. Woo, he's a trickster. He shows where illusions and suppressed aspects play out. So I will say there are different parts of Loki. There are darker parts of Loki, and there are lighter parts of Loki. Know that before you go into it. Yes, if you like playing jokes, you like certain things, yes, a lot of these will resonate with you. But I will tell you, I know several people who have Loki as a deity, and he does not take kindly to people messing with his people.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend him. I know a lot of people who have done that. As well as, I know I'm going to kill this because I can never pronounce this right, you guys. Friggin. This one's for primal rage, confronting uncontrollable inner forces. Again, you guys, sometimes our triggers are not it's how we approach them, how we perceive them. Sometimes our anger is something that saves us. Sometimes our sadness, as dark and as awful as these things may be, sometimes they are what protects us.
Yeah, because it's the lessons that we've learned through going through these traumas that keeps us protected or keeps our bloodline protected.
Yes, and that's okay. Like, you don't have to be all love and light. I think that's some bull. We are not always love and light people. Sometimes we need to be dark, and sometimes some of us dabble better in the dark.
Right.
That doesn't make you a bad person. That doesn't mean that you're going to be anything particular. But yes, absolutely. Embrace your dark. Know your dark, because sometimes we have to go into that dark. Now, some of us are more comfortable being there all the time, and that's fine too. So I just wanted to put that out there.
Okay.
Mesopotamian. I don't know.
Ereshkigal is the queen of the underworld also, and ruler of deep transition.
I like that.
Yeah. Inanna embodies stripping away masks to meet your shadow. So this is stripping away masks, and I would take that as like your own mask that you
that you
what you
put
hide
forward.
behind.
Yes, because you don't want to be judged.
Right. And then Namtar, fate, disease, shadow of mortality. So this could more be into the generational illnesses, cancers, different things like that, your fate and diseases, okay? Things that come from your bloodline. Embrace Namtar. Okay. Do you know how to read?
Aztec.
Natural.
Aztec, Mesoamerican. I always butcher that one.
Mitecachihual.
Yeah, so she's known as the Lady of Death over the underworld. Now, I will tell you, a lot of people, and I'm probably going to get some hate on this, and that's fine. What I have been taught is she is not the Santa Muerte, okay?
No, this
she is
totally
not
different.
the Santa Muerte. A lot of people will say that she is, and I will confront it wholeheartedly, and I will tell you no. Through my own study, through my own experience with her, she's completely different. Yes, she is the Lady of Death, and yes, she is over the underworld, and she is a force to be reckoned with.
And I want to say that she's more of
someone the feminine part of it.
Yes. Also, she stays in the underworld to embody and guide souls that are there. I mean, the ones that are there need to be guided too. You know what I mean? In the underworld. Okay, and this is people that haven't processed their shit, basically. So that's what she's used for. And yeah, she's a warrior. Like
yeah, she is. She is a warrior, but she still has that very sexual mother nurturer bad. Okay, if we're talking about baddie, she's a baddie.
Yeah.
So yes, but she's not the Santa Muerte. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Let me see this next one.
Yeah, you better do the next one.
Okay, so Tezcatlipoca, okay? This is the smoking mirror god. They reflect the shadow or the obsidian side of you, okay? And so this is if you want to face yourself, embrace this deity and embrace them to help you see your truth, your own truth, what you're here not only for purpose but for what you're hiding within. Okay. Zotol is the guide of the souls of the underworld. So another underworld deity.
Now, a lot of these, you guys have to remember, is these are Aztec gods, mostly Mayan and Aztec gods.
They were fierce and ruthless.
They were fierce and ruthless because that's what they had to be in the time.
Right.
You know, so others were worshipped for bringing good things in. These ones were worshipped for taking bad shit out. So, with that being said, yes, a lot of them are darker, and like we spoke earlier, these are darker ones. So.
Okay. Then, just real quick, Hindu, Kali, Shiva, Almunda, Morgan.
The Morgan.
Baron Samedi, Papa Legba. And there's just a little bit of everything, you know. people are scared of La Papa Legba. Yes, he's one of those forces you don't want to mess with, but he does bring duality.
Yes,
He
does.
shows you duality, and he shows you choices. He gives you choice, but when you make those choices, there's always a consequence.
Yes,
Okay.
and he will always ask for payment. Know what you're doing.
Uh-huh. All right, and then the Baron Samedi, I think this is um, embodies like sex, humanity, breaking taboos. So this is like the secretive stuff in your families, and this is more towards like the minority, because as I know that a lot of them like to brush shit under the rug, you know, breaking these taboos. So ultimately, what you're gonna do with these deities is you're gonna find one that mirrors a part of you, and you're going to use it to break these cycles, help you get through them, and you're going to face your rage, you're going to heal your shame, you're going to navigate how else they can help you and how they can make you strong where you were once weak. Okay. And I feel like that's the main part of
Any of this
embracing
work.
these deities,
Yes.
to make you a stronger person in who you are, to make you more knowledgeable and have more wisdom in who you are.
So there weren't any Orishas on here, so I'll throw some Orishas out. El Egua, we always honor him because he is the one that gets fed first. He's the one that gets taken care of first, and that's to open your paths. Okay. A lot of times with El Egua, he is invoked with people that have anger issues or you're very hot-headed. You'll go to him and ask him to calm your head so you can think levelly. I would say Yamaya, she's a mother, she's nurturing, but I will let you know that if you harm one of her children, she's coming for you. She's not one that's going to be rough at first, but if you come at one of her children, she will be. So if you're seeking a motherly, type of feeling, a lot of times she's one. Women that are having trouble getting pregnant or have multiple losses and things, I would definitely say go to her. Oshun, she's a warrior, she's fierce. There's a lot of levels to Oshun. So again, with a lot of these, you will want to do your research. Oshun, say that you're suffering with your sexuality. Say that you're getting out of a very rough relationship and you're questioning your sexuality. You're questioning your beauty and these things. She's definitely one that you would want to try to work with a little bit. Don't go as far as creating your altars and stuff. There are a lot of things that you can and can't do with Santeria, but a lot of people I have seen, they will envision that, embody that, but she is definitely one that you would want to go forward to. If we're talking more dark, I would talk about, she was just there and now she's gone. That's not good. I have a lot of god siblings that are her. So, Cece, which one am I thinking? The graveyard.
The deity.
Oh, no.
No.
Yeah, oh my God. Wait, oh my God.
White? Yeah, what?
Yeah, oh my God.
Oh my yeah? Okay. That's a different name than I would call her.
Maybe I'm not pronouncing it, but that's who it is.
Okay. All right. So her, I would say anybody that fears death or storms. If your anger is a storm or something to be reckoned with, definitely call on them. Any one of the warriors, you've got Ogun, you've got Ochosi, you've got Osun. Say that you have a very bad tendency of putting yourself into situations where trouble always comes to your door. Oshun is one that you would want to have there because he will warn you of all those dangers.
And one thing that I'm noticing with all
Osun, not Oshun, Osun.
I've noticed with all of these deities, they always represent a mother or a father.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And a lot of our child and inner work is because we had a lack of mother or father or both. So I just think that's really cool to bring up and notice and recognize that, these are basically you're embodying them to be representative of that source in your life.
Yes. So some of us do pick careers that are a little bit different, whether we are sex workers or other stuff. You would want to invoke something similar to that. I know Oshun in some of her paths, she has been a sex worker. You brought one up the
Maria
other day.
Padilla, and she
Yeah.
is from the
Umbada.
Umbada religion. It's Brazilian.
Yes.
She's really caught my attention lately, but she takes all the women that have been hurt, the sex workers that have been hurt, oppressed, just oppressed women in anything, in their sexuality and their sensuality. And she is a man eater. She is a man eater. So this is she's more vengeful. She is healing for her children, but she's more vengeful, okay? Just want to put that out there.
Also, I would like to put out there the anima sola. Anybody that is going through relationship problems, say you have a tendency of picking men that are very abusive, in any type of form, a lot of women can invoke her, the anima sola. So if you have questions about certain ones or anything like that, hit us up on our email, which is
The Witching Hour, aasb@gmail.com.
for some reason I can't ever remember it, which is awful.
Okay, and I think that pretty much ends our series of shadow work. And thank you guys for recommending that, because we weren't only teaching you, we learned a little ourselves.
We actually had some really rough things that have come up within this,
Yeah.
and we're like, oh crap. I never thought I was healed. I always fly by the seat of my pants, and I always think, we know I'm a runner.
So we're going to go ahead and give you guys a sneak preview of next week's topic. And
I'm gonna
bring
scoot this
little
way.
lady up right here. Okay. This is not Annabelle, y'all. I don't know if did she have a name?
Jenny.
Jenny. Okay. This is Jenny. Apparently she's been here since the shop has been here. Our episode is going to be about spirit dolls,
Or dolls.
possessed dolls,
Working with dolls.
or voodoo dolls. Okay.
Yes.
Well, she has real hair, and it's probably the person that owned her. Okay. She has real hair. Her energy is a little different. Okay. Why would we do spirit dolls? You'll have to find out next week. Okay.
But we just thought we'd introduce her.
Yes. Hi.
Only Nina. Only Nina. Oh my goodness.
I just gotta treat her with respect so she don't come up with me. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for listening, and we will see you guys next week on the Witching Hour.
Yeah.
Have a good week. Oh, Miranda's birthday, you guys. Don't forget to stop in and say happy birthday to her.
Thank you.
It was, 2 days ago?
Yeah, it was the 17th. I'm in 17th, baby, y'all.
But we're celebrating Saturday for her, so.
She is, and I'm going to be a hot mess, so none of my clients hit me up on Sunday, okay? I'm ready. I'm ready to party. No?
Okay, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye. Oh, wait. Someone said, love you people. We love you, too.
We love you. Who was it?
I'm
on with my girl.
IMSLMCD.
Oh, IMSLMCD. We love you too. Woo, woo.
Yeah. I